Welcome guys, so this will be my 15th new Capenna quick draft. Let's get started. I was debating whether or not to carry on with these, but I think, yeah, let's go for it. I'm going to spend all my gold on these. The more rares, of course, I am trying to build my collection. And this is a nice one. This is actually my first fight rigging I've ever got. I think it's still just about worthwhile to even when you've got quite a lot of the rares to carry on. The other option is to save up some gold to do some Brothers War drafts, but you can always get more gold, I think, over time. Right, so we definitely want this card. This card is absolutely fantastic. So we've definitely got green in our deck. Now, what does that mean? It means we could be going, for example, this is a good card. We could go Bant, green, white, and blue. We might just want to go two colours. It's usually a good idea to just look at two colours to start with. So there is, of course, there's green, red, that could either be Cabaretti, green, red, white. That could be green, red, and black. We could go into the Riveteers. We don't want to commit too hard to three colours, so I think the choice here is maybe green, red, or green, white. But let's have a look. So I'm going to rule out Cormella Glamour Thief right away. It's a good card, but it's not going to work with fight rigging. Ditto Maestro's Charm. Echo Inspector is good. So yeah, potentially 3/4 flyer for 4. Picking this guy would commit me to the Brokers potentially, because it's the only green-blue family is the green-white-blue family, right? Maybe we should pick this anyway because it's the best card. That's the other thing. We have an okay 2-drop here, Attended Socialite. Combat Trick. Yesterday I had, last couple of days I've had some rough games involving combat tricks. I've been playing into these combat tricks and getting completely blown out. So I feel I've been feeling maybe I have to reevaluate these things and try and use them a bit more myself. But I don't. I don't like them that much because it's sort of when you're behind in the game. Let's say you're trying to trade up. You're trying to block something and trade up because you've got a combat trick. You could run into your opponent's instant speed removal. And if you don't have a creature, combat tricks are pretty useless as well. Or if you can't block their stuff. But a lot of blocking's been happening recently, and I've been on the wrong end of some blowouts. Now, body drop is good. It would be committing to Riveteers. It's adding black and red to the deck. Jetmir's Fixer kind of this probably commits us a bit to Cabaretti. That tends to be the treasure making side of things. Well, we've got, I suppose, red and green has got the treasure, most of the treasure making stuff. And I'm a big fan of Spara's Adjudicators. I'm tempted to just grab these. I've probably skipped over Knockout Blow. This is good. 4 damage to target attacking creature or blocking creature, and you're going 2 life. So that kills most things. You might compare this to Kill Shot, which just kills an attacking creature for 3 mana. Notice this also can target blocking creatures. And it gets a cost reduction against red creatures, which will be important sometimes. So, good removal spell. At pick number 10 will get a second shot at this pack. So if you take out 8 cards, right, there'll be 5 cards left over. I should point out there's Riveteers Overlook, right? So there's a chance that'll be available. We could go Riveteers. We could go for Body Dropper, for example, at this point. But yeah, I'm in two minds here. Obviously, Spara's Adjudicators, of course, you don't have to go Bant because this thing fixes for itself. We could still be playing Cabaretti with Spara's Adjudicators. Yeah, I'm struggling here. I feel like I probably ought to pick Knockout Blow, but I just I like Spara's Adjudicators as a seems like a very strong 5-drop. It stops a creature blocking and attacking for a turn, so it's like a creature that is also a removal spell for 1 turn. We're playing Fight Rigging, so we want some powerful creatures as well. So yeah, I'm going to go for the Adjudicators, I think. The only thing is, it would not work with Riveteers, right? It kind of rules out us playing Riveteers. Okay, well, I'm quite happy with that decision now. Looks like I see Disciplined Duelist, which is a pretty darn good Bant card. If we are going into Bant this early, we should start thinking about mana fixing. There is a Brokers Hideout here. Hopefully, that'll at pick 11. We'll see that. If you see, there'll be 4 cards left over at pick 11. But yeah, I think we'll grab the Disciplined Duelist here. Okay, we have Public Enemy. We have Riveteers Decoy. It may be tempting to go for this second Spara's Adjudicators down here, but it is a 5 mana creature. But it also does mana fixing, so that's one argument for it. It's like the more mana fixing, the better is good. But Riveteers Decoy is a good 2-drop. We've got to think about having a few 2-drops, so we can have a decent sort of rollout of creatures. You tend to the guideline I've looked at, it's 2 1-drops, 7 2-drops, 6 3, 4 4, 3 5s, and 1 6 plus. So if we can only have 3 5-drops, we've already got 2/3 of them after we pick this Adjudicators. I mean, I don't know. I'm tempted to go for another one, but I think the sensible thing is to go for this guy. You can blitz him for 4 mana as well. Right. Sky Crier, flying with lifelink. That's pretty good, isn't it, with Fight Rigging, which pumps up our creatures. And it's another 2-drop. Got Rakish Revelers here, so we could still play Rakish Revelers, but it's another 5-drop. A blue-white mana fixing land is pretty good for our deck, and it might. I was thinking today, because I've been on my last 2 or 3 drafts, my mana fixing's been bad. I've left the lands a bit late on, and I've ended up with maybe 1 or 2 fixing lands. Maybe I have to put a Ominous Parcel in the deck, which is a kind of emergency mana fixing measure. You kind of want to be playing a creature on turn 2 rather than you're using your Ominous Parcel. So Skycrier is good, but I think this is the change I'm going to make. I'm going to go for an early land. Pick 5. Right, we've got a couple of black cards. We've got a Broker's Initiate. I think that's okay in this deck. We've got 5 mana removal. We've got Celebrity Fencer. Attended Socialite is a decent 2-drop. I like the fact it's also green. We can kind of potentially splash for white or blue. I have mainly green cards in the deck. Halo Scarab is a 2/1 that can give you a bit of fixing. I think I like the Socialite. A bit more aggressive than the Broker's Initiate. Right. Well, we've got, I think we've got another tricky choice here. I think I quite like Backup Agent. Solid card. Another Buy Your Silence here. But I think I don't think we can ignore Brokers Hideout. We can get in on the lands, the mana fixing early. That puts us in a good position. I don't think, Backup Agent is a huge miss here. I think get that second mana fixing land. Right, and there is literally nothing here. So I think, well, employment's going to be, unless you can sacrifice the creature. This is pretty low value. Waterfront District, I guess, gives us access to black mana if we want to splash back black. The thing is, notice, to sacrifice it, you need a different source of black mana. If we're splashing black, it's going to be very difficult to sacrifice this. But yeah, let's take the Waterfront District in case it is relevant. Okay, and also we were thinking splashing red if we wanted to go Cabaretti. So there's the Racer's Ring there. Chrome Cat is a pretty generic 3-drop. You can scry for 1. It's okay. Sort of a curve filler. Dapper Shieldmate has a shield counter, which is quite nice. We don't have any 4-drops yet, so maybe that's the right choice. Boon of Safety is also quite a good combat trick, but I think I want to fill out my creatures first. For me, this is an easy choice. We just take another Attended Socialite. We're trying to fill out the 2-drop slot here. I think I prefer Dapper Shieldmate to the Capenna Express here. Okay, yeah, I'm not keen on Public Enemy. I don't think many people are. It doesn't do anything for you if you're behind. That's the problem with the card, because they're going to be attacking you with everything anyway. We take the card draw here because there's no other good options. Obscura Storefront. Plains, Island, or Swamp. Well, I guess we take that. We're not going to play Gerdagoons. So Shipment goes in the sideboard. Void Rend. So this, talking of splashing for black, this would be something to splash for. I happen to have, in terms of my collection, I've got a full set of these, so I don't need it. So I'd get 20 gems from picking this. it's tempting to pick it because it makes Waterfront District and Obscura Storefront make a bit more sense. Other options here, we've got to consider Cleanup Crew is a good 6-drop, which can fix a few problems. The Skycryer's back again, so that's a good 2-drop. Warm Welcome can dig for a creature and give us a 1/1 citizen, which is quite nice. Quick Draw Dagger's quite good. Botanical Plaza is a bit of mana fixing. I think it's between probably Cleanup Crew and Void Rend. I think I'm gonna grab the Void Rend. Maybe I can just about get away with a 4-color deck and I can play it. Okay, well, another Disciplined Duelist I think is pretty good here. There is another Obscura Storefront. Got to watch our how many cards we've got in our deck. We need 23 playables, not including land. So we're on 11 so far. You can definitely go over the top with the picking land. So actually, there's not much here. There's Combat Trick. There's For the Family. But I think we want to go. This is where we do take a second Spara's Adjudicators. We've also got the Obscura Storefront, but I think another solid 5-drop is doable. Right, out of the way. I think that's quite good. That's I did pick this the other day, so it's a cantrip. It's just a balance spell, basically. There's a lot of quite scary green creatures, so there's a good chance this is going to be cheap as well. So Wingshield Agent, that gives us another shielded creature, and it can give us flying. So that's pretty solid, I think. Rooftop Nuisance is quite good. That's also another cantrip. Another way of slowing things down. We've also got Skybridge Towers, which is sort of tempting, but I think we need to pick. We've got a chance to pick a decent card here. I think I'm veering towards the Wingshield Agent. Right. I don't think this counter spell's very good. Right. Brokers Veteran, quite a good 2-drop. In my opinion. It's got a good death trigger. We also have High-Rise Swordjack to try and stop flyers. My deck the other day had 5 copies of High-Rise Swordjack, but I didn't do very well with that deck. We've got Social Climber. So I'm probably between the Swordjack and the Brokers Veteran here. We've got 3 2-drops, and we've got, looks like 5 3-drops. So I think I would rather have another 2-drop here. Although it might be a bit of a weak spot. because I kind of have no flyers at the moment. Arguably, we go for the Swordjack just as another tool against flyers. But maybe filling out the mana curve is more important. Okay, I like Witness Protection. That's a good removal spell. Held for Ransom's a pretty good removal spell as well. Ominous Parcel, sort of emergency mana fixing. Hopefully we don't really need that. Same for the Halo Scarab. Also an emergency 2-drop. Yeah, let's get the Held for Ransom. Okay, it's another Spara's Adjudicators, it looks like. Boon of Safety is pretty good. So you can get away with three 5-drops in the deck, so that could be our third one. It's probably one of the best, well, at least it's one of the best 5-drop commons for the deck, so it's not a big deal to take it, I think. So this is got a choice between Warm Welcome and Botanical Plaza, I would say. Quick Draw Dagger's quite good, I suppose. Let's count our lands. Yeah, we've still got 4 lands, so really we've got 17 cards. We're looking to get 6 more cards for the deck. I think we've got enough 3-drops. I think we can get another mana fixing land. Because we've got to be careful here. Obscura Storefront and Waterfront District are not so good. In fact, what we'll do is we will just cut black from the deck for the moment. I think keeping things simple is probably better. So yeah, 3 proper mana fixing lands for a 3-color deck. Right, Luxurious Libation could be pretty good with, I'm thinking of Disciplined Duelist with Double Strike. But we've got another decent 2-drop, another Brokers Veteran for the family and Halo Scarab. I think a bit more comfortable filling out the 2-drop slot here, so I'll take Brokers Veteran. Okay, I guess we'd take the Brass Knuckles and sideboard it. Right, Rooftop Nuisance or Security Bypass. The good thing about Broker's Veteran, he's quite a good fodder creature. He's got a good death trigger, so he could be a good dude to sacrifice with Casualty. I think I want to take the more defensive card here. I'll go for the Rooftop Nuisance. There's that interesting counterspell. Put it in the sideboard for the moment. Riveteers Ascendancy. So I've definitely got 4 copies of this spell, I would say. Or there's an Inspiring Overseer and a Sleep with the Fishes. Interesting. So I will just double check my notes. I think I'm pretty sure. Riveteers Ascendancy, yeah. So I do not need to pick this rare. Sleep with the Fishes is a decent removal card. And it gives you a 1/1 unblockable fish, which is quite nice as well. whereas Overseer is a 2/1 flyer that draws you a card for 3 mana. And they're both very good. Is there anything remotely as good? I don't think so. I suppose there's a question, how much removal do I have available? I've got Witness Protection and Hold for Ransom. And I've got some sort of tempo plays like Rooftop Nuisance, Spara's Adjudicator. Feels wrong to not pick Inspiring Overseer. But a good... Okay, it is double blue, and we're trying to do 3 colours, so that's one problem with this removal card. Though we're looking like we're a bit blue and green, splashing white, which is an argument for the Sleep with the Fishes. Yeah, okay, let's take the removal card. I've talked myself into it. Oh, Cemetery Tampering. Okay. Yeah, I don't actually have 4 copies of this. It seems insane, but I am going to take that for my collection. Well, I usually don't look at the other cards too much to see what I'm missing out on. I'd be missing out on a Swooping Protector, I think. I think that's the best card. So I don't feel too bad about it. Or maybe Expendable Lackey. So yeah, we'll just take that one. Okay, we have a Broker's Charm here. So this is, you can draw 2 cards, destroy an enchantment, or it's a punch spell. So it's like creature does its power in damage to the target. Pretty good card. Going to be, I suppose it's a little bit more challenging to cast. The Gathering Throng. It's a bit too late to collect the Gathering Throngs. Hold for Ransom is there. That's quite a good one. But down here, I notice we've got Celestial Regulator. This is very good indeed. It's a bit easier to cast than a Broker's Charm, and it can tap down a creature and provide a bit of pressure in the air. So I think this is what we go for. So yeah, we've got 3 lands. We need 3 more cards for the deck, basically. So another 2-drop would be nice. Another 1-drop and maybe a 6-drop we can get away with, according to the guidelines. So the Groundbreaker can give a citizen. Well, it can give anything trample. I think I'm not that big of a fan of these equipment cards. Disciplined Duelist, however, is a citizen, so that makes this a little bit better. How many citizens do we have? We have 5 citizens. The easiest thing is to go for another Hold for Ransom, and that'll be my 7th 2-drop. There's a warm welcome there as well. I think, yeah, I'll take the Hold for Ransom. So that puts us on 21 cards. I'm just going to check in here to see if we've got any filler. Brass Knuckles could go in. Never used Brass Knuckles before. Could be interesting. Because I'm looking at this Botanical Plaza and I'm thinking that would be nice. Can I get away with it, or do I need another good card? There's the Sewer Crocodile. can. So I said I could have maybe afford a 6-cost creature. So there's the Crocodile or the Brox Pummeler on offer here. But I think, I don't know. I really want this Botanical Plaza. I think I'm going to take the Plaza. And we still need 2 more cards. Hopefully we get something. Right. Fairy Vandal. That seems like a good one. That's a good 2-drop. It's Rooftop Nuisance, Expendable Lackey. We're taking this Fairy Vandal. 100%. Be nice to draw extra cards, wouldn't it? Can't really rely on hold for Ransom. That's like my opponent can pay 7 and I draw an extra card at sorcery speed, so it's in his turn. Case the Joint lets me draw cards. And I've got card draw lands, I suppose. I've got 3 card draw lands. So that's what the Fairy Vandal is going to be relying on. Wow. Okay, we got a tough choice again. We have a Brokers Hideout, but we have Majestic Metamorphosis, which draws me a card. And we do need 1 more card for the deck. It's... I'm confident. I'm confident we're going to find in the last, let's see, last 7 picks, there's got to be at least 1 more decent card for the deck. So I'm going to take the Broker's Hideout here. Okay. Civic Gardener's okay. That's another 2-drop. Right, Ominous Parcel. So I was describing this as emergency mana fixing. Hopefully we've got a decent mana base. We don't need to play Ominous Parcel here. We could take Case the Joint, which it would be more card draw to go with Fairy Vandal. I don't know if we'd play 2 Case the Joints. And there's Run Out of Town, which is a decent removal spell. Maybe that goes quite well with the deck theme. We're kind of slowing down my opponent, tapping down his creatures, doing a bit of a tempo game. Yeah, I don't think we have to pick every card draw card. I don't think I'm going to be playing them just because we've got Fairy Vandal. I think I'll take Run Out of Town. I think it's a good removal card. Gilded Pinions can give you flying, but I don't know if it's really worth it for a card. I don't know if we'll play Rock's Pummeler, but we'll grab it. Disdainful Stroke, I don't think it's playable. I don't think we play 2 Rock's Pummelers either. I can think about it. Cement Shoes, Cabaret Initiate, or Warm Welcome. We'll take the. I've seen people playing Broken Wings. I don't know if we play this main deck. Maybe Sewer Crocodile is better. We'll have a choice between our 6 drops, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, I feel good about there was sticking to my guns and picking land. Okay, we've ended up with 4 land. That's actually fewer than I thought. But yeah, definitely that second Brokers Hideout was a good idea over the Majestic Metamorphosis, I think. I think I'm probably right to not go 4 colours, just for, basically for Void Rend. It's good, but I could play a couple more fixing lands. So this can look for plains or island, so maybe we play an Obscura Storefront. It's another dual land, basically. We've got a few too many at the 6 slot, definitely here. So that's an easy cut to make. Is it Sewer Crocodile or Rox Pummeler? We just want one of them, I think. Do we have any synergy with shield counters? Is the question. Does anything here need a shield counter? Tell you what, fight rigging synergizes with power 6 creatures. So I think that's why we pick Rox Pummeler. We've got a Case the Joint. It's just card draw. I'm not excited about card draw, so even though we've got the Fairy Vandal, I think we drop Case the Joint. And 4/4 drops is usually okay. I think I'm going to drop a Dapper Shieldmate. Go down to 3/4 drops. And how many creatures do we have in the deck? 16 creatures. I'm not sure if I need Warm Welcome that much. I've got a decent number of 3 drops. So the Fairy Vandal isn't going to be that amazing in this deck. We don't have much card draw. Obviously, it would be really good if I picked that Angel, the 3 mana common. Oh, but we do have a Blitz. That's an easy way of drawing an extra card. So it works with Riveteers Decoy quite well. And we've got 3 lands we could potentially sacrifice. Yeah, okay, I think I'm reasonably happy with that. I'll do my usual thing of having a think about it. So I'll call this end of part 1. Thanks for watching so far. And I'm back. So, yeah, I don't think I made any changes. Yeah, I think this looks good to go. Yeah, it's just, do I want that card draw spell just to go with Fairy Vandal? It means dropping a removal spell, like Run Out of Town, or maybe the 4-drop creature. So, yeah, I've got about 4 ways of drawing cards. I've got 3 sacrifice lands and Riveteers Decoy, Blitz. Oh, and Rooftop Nuisance draws a card. Okay, 5 ways. So I think that's enough to justify Fairy Vandal. Yeah. So let's see how this goes. So, yeah, I was talking about all the combat tricks I was suffering from, but I haven't changed what I'm doing. I've not suddenly got loads of combat tricks. We'll see if this works. So this is still kind of my drafting philosophy at play here, of kind of ignoring combat tricks. What I have improved is I went for lands a bit more aggressively. So I've got, I think it's a total of 6 special lands. Okay, we've got blue, we've got green, we've got the Adjudicators to fix if we need white mana. We have a 2-drop creature, we have a removal spell. It's not perfect, but it's okay. It's okay. And hopefully we draw into some land and we can play an Adjudicator on turn 5. Okay, Maestros. Right. We have drawn land number 4. That's very good indeed. We have only a Broker's Veteran, so I feel this guy has got a target painted on his head. Definitely wants to kill this thing before it gets out of control. Okay, we didn't draw land. I'm going to play my Socialite though, which is a good top deck. I've got to decide, do we want to Witness Protection this? And I'm going to say no. Do I attack with this? Or do I go defensive? I'm gonna, yeah, I'll attack with the Veteran. It's not a, yeah, it's not a difficult choice. Not a difficult choice to not block there and trade off. Okay, nice. So that's a lot of damage. That's 5 damage. This will go up to 3/3 at the end of the turn as well. So this will actually be a 2/2 even after a Witness Protection. I will Brokers Hideout for my planes and I'll gain a life point. And we could swing in for 4 damage and he can swing back for 3. Then I can start playing Adjudicators. I don't want to Witness Protection the body dropper though. Okay, Raffine's Silencer. Probably a good target for Witness Protection. When he untaps, he'll be able to sacrifice it and pop my Socialite. Interesting, that will be turned into a 2/2. So, I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but I may as well. Right, so rather than Witness Protection, the Silencer, I could just play, well, I could play Spara's Adjudicators and swing, stop the Silencer from blocking. Swing in for 5. And we're in a bit of a race here. Now, the body dropper... Okay, Psychic Pickpocket, nice one. Okay. Do his own bit of tempo. He gets through with 3 damage. Right, Obscura Storefront will gain me a life point and dig a land out of the deck. That's probably pretty good. Just islands left, yep. So I guess Adjudicators, stop Ruffian Silencer blocking, swing in, might be good. Just worried about how much damage I'm going to be taking. Does he have to trade off with his pickpocket? He does, actually. How many pickpockets does he have? Or out of town? Run out of town, I think, is the other bounce spell. So the point here, he can sacrifice the silencer. He'll go to 4/4, and Adjudicators will go to 2/2. So I can't block. Amorous Outlaw does 2 damage to face. Okay. Okay, we have quite a good play here. So now we can double spell. I think we Witness Protection, his big creature. Goes down to 1/1. Spara's Adjudicators. Right. Okay, he can't sacrifice Body Dropper. Okay, yeah. Let's go for this big turn, right? Witness Protection on that one. Spara's Adjudicators can stop something from blocking. He could trade off Silencer with the Adjudicators. Obviously I can attack with both of these if I stop Body Dropper from blocking. And I still have an Adjudicator back to block with. And the what? Yeah, you can block the Broker's Veteran. You can kill the Adjudicators. I can put a shield on them. Not sure that was a good move. Oh, he can't attack with this turn, so that's quite good. Here's another Body Dropper. Okay. I have another as far as Adjudicators. It's getting quite silly now. And I can double spell. I can play a Broker's Veteran as well. He can't sacrifice. Okay, let's play this and stop the 3/3. I think I attack first and trade off. Takes the shield off. Play Broker's Veteran. So wow, we drew all 3 Spara's Adjudicators. That's quite ridiculous. Corpse Explosion kills everything. Okay, nice board sweeper. Okay, played into that. We can draw a card with with Skybridge Towers, it's called. See if we can get a 2-drop. No, we got a Plaza, which we could sacrifice. But yeah, I thought we'd won that one. Of course, yeah, they have the board wipe. It's the second time I've run into Corpse Explosion. Brokers Hideout does it. I hope I have lands left. Yeah, I should have basics left. Should have loads of forests in the deck, actually. So we could... This is sorcery speed. Let's see. 8 mana. We'd need to do both of these. Can I take 3 damage? Is there anything... I think this is the better thing to do, because I'll have 4 mana up to potentially... It's going to spam your ghost, so I'm going to mute you. Don't need that level of distraction, to be honest with you. This could draw me a card. I could blitz it out for 3 damage. Or I could just play it for 2, and that's going to be a threat. So I'm just thinking, if he's killed all my Adjudicators... Yeah, I'm going to... yeah, I will just play this as a 3-1. Getting through with 3 damage is quite good, but... It would also draw me a card. Maybe that was a mistake. So now he's got his maybe sorcery speed removal. He can just take it out. Okay, he has Torch Breath on that, fair enough. So yeah, maybe the Blitz option was better there, because at least I draw a card doing that. And I trade him for 5 damage. So he's got more card draw. So there's Plasma Jockey. That's just going to come in. Okay, we've got Rock's Pummeler. We do have something else good in the deck. Let's see if he's got maybe like... I'm just trying to think. Well, he's got blue, so he can just bounce this thing back to my hand. Yeah. Okay. And then he's got 6 damage, so he's nearly won. That isn't the one that draws a card. He's got 2 cards left. Oh, Plasma Jockey just stops me from blocking. Good game. Yeah. Yeah, Plasma Jockey just wins it. Well, Corpse Explosion and Plasma Jockey. Pretty powerful there, it turns out. Oh well, that was a close one. But yeah, the board wipe in draft is, yeah, that's obviously going to be quite good. Still, my deck performed pretty well. I got all 3 Spara's Adjudicators out. It didn't quite win me the game. We were close to winning. I wonder if I'm going to go 0-3 now as well. Just not quite get there every time, but it's quite possible. What could we have done better? We could have blitzed out Riveteers Decoy at the end there, and we'd have drawn a card, maybe done 3 damage. It depends if he wanted to Torch Breath it. So it'd have been 1 card deeper into the deck. Now we've got the same same as last time. I've got 2 Spara's Adjudicators, and I've got Witness Protection. I've got a Dapper Shieldmate I can't play. If we draw a land, we've got a turn 4 play. If we draw 2 land, we've got turn 5 plays. So Witness Protection could slow down my opponent a bit, but only a bit. So yeah, it's kind of a terrible hand, but I'm going to keep it. We've got the mana fixing for green and white if we need it. It's just it's quite mana intensive. it's not a very good sort of tempo hand. Ah, there's some green. Well, that's a start. So I want to turn the island into a special land. Adjudicators on the island. Okay, I have a Fairy Vandal. It's not going to stop a Crooked Custodian. I'm thinking Witness Protection takes 2 power off the board here. That might be what we just have to do. And I can hold Fairy Vandal back. Now I could have the Fairy Vandal jump out and block the 1/1, but I could run into a combat trick. So this is Riveteers. But maybe if that happens, I just take that on the chin. It's just sort of, I'm trading a Fairy Vandal for a combat trick. Oh my goodness, Devonish Valley. Well, isn't it always the way? You put Witness Protection on one thing, and then there's a better target for it. Okay, oh yeah, he's got haste, by the way. Right, well, he's tapped out. We'll pick off the 1/1. Hold for Ransom. Just thinking, what's the... potentially how much damage can he do here? I'll swing for 1. I'll play my Dapper Shieldmate, and then hopefully the shield absorbs whatever this guy can do. He's got a Midnight Assassin, okay. And that's a 2/3. Don't really want to trade off the shield. Take 2. Disciplined Duelist has double strike. That's pretty good. So, I guess, yeah, I'm just swinging in with a Shieldmate here. I'm not too scared by the Valet because he's going to have to remove my blocker and somehow dump a load of creatures in play to make this dangerous. So, okay, you're trading that for a shield token, I believe. That's interesting. I'll take that trade. And I'll have Disciplined Duelist as well. Now, this guy, of course, he could have Corpse Explosion as well or something. I wouldn't put it past him. So I'm thinking instant speed creatures. There's the 3 mana thing that makes a citizen. That could make him a 2/3. So they can trade with the Shieldmate. Okay, light him up on that guy. That works. Oh, a way to get flying for his Devilish Valet. That's quite scary. I'm going to Civic Gardener, and I think I'll hold for Ransom on his Valet. because that just seems quite scary, and I'll swing for 5. Big score. 3 treasures now. So he's got 4 mana up. Alright, good card. Okay, we didn't top deck a land. So we've got the Socialite. I'll swing in with these 2. Would he trade a creature for another combat trick? For another shield token? Is the question. The answer might be yes. We'll see if he's got a combat trick. No. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to play the Socialite. I'm playing into another corpse explosion, I know, but I'll take the risk. Feeling like maybe I do need that card draw card. Maybe that's... Well, we're going to get... we managed to draw all 3 Adjudicators again. We'll swing in with everything. Let's untap a Duelist. He's got 2 cards left. He's got Murder. So my shielded guys have been doing good business, gotta say. Yeah, 2 for 1s. Oh wow, okay, he's got broken wings to remove that, so he can actually kill my Socialite. That was unexpected. I didn't expect... He had 2 decent instants there. So yeah, that settles his hash there. Now, has he got a way of putting loads of creatures in play now and just destroys me? Is there a make X creatures spell in this set? There's the one that turns treasures into creatures. I think that's the one he's looking for. Okay, Horde Hauler's a good top deck, isn't it? It's crew 3. That's getting flying. Fair enough. And my turn. So I can block the Fairy Vandal. Run out of town. Yeah, I can get through with 3 damage, I suppose. Takes out his next draw. Man, when I draw this next land, he's in trouble. He's going to put it on top of the deck, right? No, no, he is not. He needs a 3-power creature. I think that's the problem. Okay, we got a cool spell. We got Fight Rigging, which we haven't drawn yet. Now, what do we want to cast from here? It kind of depends on him having something. Wingshield Agent is perfectly fine. We'll... Fairy Vandal. Pop that up. Yeah. Need to get to power 7 though. But I think it's safe to spread out the tokens. Yeah, I got lethal next turn. Okay, we never drew the 5th land for our, our Adjudicator Onslaught, but it's a good sign the rest of the deck can hold its own. But yeah, you can see the shield creatures were in incredibly good value there. We got 2 2-for-1s. He used... Actually, I can't remember. He something chump blocked my Dapper Shieldmate, and then he used Light 'em Up on it. Okay, we've got the right mana. We've got a 2-drop. We don't have double blue for Sleep with the Fishes, so we've got a 2-drop and a 4-drop. We'll keep this hand. It's good enough. It's okay. There's the second blue. That's very good. Right. So Sleep with the Fishes. This is the card we picked instead of the 2-1 flyer that draws you a card. Oh yeah, of course that you got to remember that guy has a target painted on him when there are no other creatures out. Maybe that's a good trade, getting rid of the Light 'em Up. Okay, Riveteers Requisitioner. I think we can play the second island now and play Dapper Shieldmate. He needs the -3/-3, doesn't he? That's the... Ooh, but he's got a way of stopping me from blocking, which is a good one. Talking of that, I do have my own thing. I think I want to stop Requisitioner blocking and attacking. I wouldn't mind if he has to trade off his Soloist here. Requisitioner we target, and swing with this. We'll be able to sack one of our plazas, but then we won't have enough white mana to sack the other one. I guess we don't really want to... Oh, Facebreaker. That's a good card. I'm just thinking, what do we want to use Sleep with the Fishes on? This is a 2/3 menace. He can't block anymore. He's got sticky fingers. Okay. So there's a lot of scope here for making loads of treasures. Right. It's quite impressive. So what I was thinking, Sleep with the Fishes on the Requisitioner. Because this has got a... These have both got bonuses that that are still very useful. if they're in play. And my fish token can block the Requisitioner as well. Let's play a land where I've got a Disciplined Duelist. He's going to want to stop from blocking. Okay, I think on balance I'm going to attack with my Shieldmate. Keep Adjudicators back for blocking. I think I want to play the Duelist. He plays, well, if you, let's see. He could stop both of these blocking if he plays 2 creatures, and I'm looking at 10 damage. This is obviously going to, okay, he's found a swamp. He's got a pretty good setup here, I'm not going to lie. Body dropper, that's going to stop something from blocking. Body dropper, and that's going to stop the other guy from blocking. Is that how it works? Yeah. And that's just solid 10 damage. Or 8 damage, can't count. That's another treasure. 2 body droppers. That's just absolutely horrendous. Well, that's a total of 6 mana that's going to cost me. So, sleep with the fishes. I mean, I can knock out 2 of his dudes and I can get in for 12 damage. It's highly risky because I probably die next turn if he's got an answer for 3 mana. Okay, I think we hold for Ransom first on one of the body droppers. He might sacrifice that body dropper in response. And then I'll play the forest. It doesn't matter too much. Sleep with the fishes on this body dropper. And we try and swing for 12. See if he's got a 3 mana removal spell. That has to attack. We'll go for the win. So if we don't win here, if he's got another creature, he can stop the fish from blocking. He's going to be swinging in for 8 damage. It's quite plausible he does a way of doing 1 extra damage. Like, that's 2. So he's got an answer, he's holding me in suspense here. I think we did it. So yeah, holding back that removal turned out to be the right call. I wasn't sure if I was going to do Sleep with the Fishes or the Disciplined Duelist. My gut said playing the Duelist was the right call. We're quite lucky. Well, yeah, quite lucky, I think. But he didn't have, instant speed removal there. But I suppose he had some good luck. He had 2 body droppers to play to take out my 2 blockers. Well, this is my this is my best deck in 3 drafts. 'Cause I just went 0, 3 and 1 and 3, so this is quite encouraging by comparison. We have a good hand here, I'd have to say. We've got removal, cheap removal. We've got 2-drop, we've got 2 different 3-drops. I think we want to play the Disciplined Duelist first. Hopefully, yes, this can go for an island. We use the storefront first. Mana fixing is working nicely. We're not having to mulligan quite as much. We are going to play the white mana here. And the Broker's Veteran. Obviously we want to play Duelist first, so we've got something with a shield counter, then some Regulator can tap something down. So Brokers against Brokers. There goes the Swooping Protector, of all things. That's quite a good one. Disciplined Duelist. And I think go ahead and swing in. So yeah, he missed a 3-drop. We'll see if he's got something for turn 4. Okay, Witness Protection on that guy. Fair enough. No blocks. We want to keep this token. I think we'll Celestial Regulator and just tap this down. And we'll swing in with these 2. Do 3 damage. I think it's time to dig more lands out of the deck. Got the plains out. Let's get another forest out of the deck. Because we actually have plenty of lands now. And, oh, he's got a good one. Who is going to be a very good target for Witness Protection. So we're not going to play our Spara's Adjudicators just yet. He can get, obviously, value from this by spending tokens. So I think we've got to Witness Protection now before he gets value out of this. And we may as well play a tap land. He can kill a Broker's Veteran. I don't really want my Broker's Veteran to die that cheaply, so I'm going to attack with these 2. The Broker's Veteran can always trade with Raffine's Informant. So the shields disappear. Get traded off. Ah, Ballroom Brawlers, yeah, that's a good one. Alright, he could attack. Yeah, I think you can attack with that. Because obviously I don't really want to trade. Okay, my turn. We have 5 mana, so I think, yeah, definitely want to stop the Brawlers attacking. That seems good. And putting another 4/4 creature in play is good. Another tap land is good, and we just swing with a flyer. Finely balanced, I would say. I have a slight advantage. I've got the flyer. This is a very good card. This could get they could, yeah. Raffine's Informant could get first strike. I suppose I've got the. He's got to deal with my Adjudicators, so I'll see if he does that now. I've drawn a few too many lands, as you can see. I've got to basically tap down 5 land to draw, so that's going to leave me with 2 mana. I'm going to swing in with the flyer. Majestic Metamorphosis, okay, that's a good one. I'm going to sack this now and see if I have a response. But yeah, that's that. This card's been messing me up for the last week. It's a good cantrip way for to kill a flyer. Pretty darn good value. So this gives him the advantage here, I think. Yeah, I don't think we had anything we could draw there. Okay, and I'm down a flyer. Now he's got Celestial Regulator and he can tap something down. Guess what? It's Spara's Adjudicators. Is this going to get first strike by any chance? That's actually got lifelink, and that's got lifelink. So I'll block you, and hopefully I get to trade off. But he's got a combat trick. You see, that's he wants me to try and trade off. It's Revelation of Power. Okay. Ah, you got me. Okay, Spara's Adjudicators should have a shield token, I think. But when eventually they'll untap, be useful again. We've got 7 mana of creatures here. Yeah, we need some serious reinforcements. We'll play the Dapper Shieldmate and the Wingshield Agent. But now he's got the advantage in the air, so we can't bring down that Regulator yet, unfortunately. But I've got some more shields, so see what that can do. Okay. So is that getting some kind of first strike? Yeah. So let's try the Dapper Shieldmate here. Lose the shield to first strike. We'll see if this last card is another combat trick. Yeah, they can't gang together and take out the Brawlers, unfortunately. I'm not going to chump block with this guy yet. But I've noticed a lot of Bant decks using loads of combat tricks. I'm kind of half expecting him to have his last one as another Majestic Metamorphosis. No, it's a slip out the back. Okay, yeah, it was another combat trick. Okay, Brokers Hideout. We want to dig more lands out of the deck. Gain a life point as well. Get another forest. Very good. Right. Spara's Adjudicators. So here's just top decking stuff now. He's on 20 life. He's been gaining lots of life. is it worth attacking with a Dapper Shieldmate? Because it's a 2-2. Yeah, I think because it's just going to be a 2-2 on defense, it's not much use. So I'm going to chuck him in as a 4-2 attacking dude. That seems to make sense. I think we just pop the plaza here. We drew another land. Wonderful. 7, 8, 9 land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the graveyard as well. 14 land we've been through. So there's only 3 land left and 16 cards. So that's good. That's a good thing. Because we've used 3 cards to dig land out of the deck. It wasn't a land. Right. Fairy Vandal. You know, it would be a shame. It is a shame. I used all of those card draw lands, and now I've got Fairy Vandal. But it's also quite typical. Now we can't buff up the Fairy Vandal. Right, very dangerous for me to attack, I think. But I could go in with these 2. That would lose the shield because something would block it. That could get flying and get in for 4. It can't be good to attack here, so I'll stay on the defense and gradually get whittled down. He's got a Fairy Vandal as well. Okay. He's got his Disciplined Duelist now. Now he's only had, let's see, 4, 8 land. Let's resolve that. 9 land out of his deck. This is the good news, right? He should have 8 more land in there in 20 cards. We've only got 3 land in 18. I'm going to cast my Fairy Vandal now. It might be the wrong thing to do, but I'm going to do it. Okay, we've got one of the last 3 lands. There's only 2 land left in the deck. 2 land out of 17 cards. We're doing great. We're doing great. Right, no attacks. Oh, look, he didn't draw a land. I take 3. Held for ransom. Okay, well, that sort of stops his Regulator attacking. No, he will still get to attack next turn because he'll play 7, but I will draw a card. I like how he just top decks a removal spell for my flyer. So I can't complain that turn. I did draw a Hold for Ransom, which is semi-useful. It means he has to spend 7 mana getting rid of it, and I draw a card. But I still take 3 damage. No way we can attack. We've only got 2 lands left in the deck, so there's 14 cards there. I draw a card. Oh, Adjudicators, that helps quite a lot. So I'm going to take 3. I'm going to go down to 2 life. Over to my turn. Oh, Brokers Veteran. We can stop Regulator attacking. So we only take maybe 1 next turn. I haven't been thinking about attacking myself. Maybe I should be. But it's always a case of Wingshield Agent gets 1 attack and makes something flying until end of turn, which is until end of turn thing's kind of annoying. You have a Broker's Veteran as well. The trouble is, I need to top deck something next turn, which takes out both of his flyers. I suspect that that's impossible. Oh no, there is one card. There's literally the tap down card that could do that. I feel like I ought to be attacking desperately, but I don't think that's going to help my cause. Okay, hold for Ransom. Doesn't quite do it, does it? I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. I've got 7 attackers. I could like push through about 4 damage. He can, yeah, just attack with that. Doesn't need to risk having me draw a card. Oh well. That's quite interesting. I got my deck down to having just two land left in it. I think my opponent, yeah, 8, 9, 10. He still had 7 land in his deck. He had that extra witness protection, which I didn't have. Okay, let's keep going. I am tempted to put the card draw card in. Wouldn't have helped too much there. Well, I guess I could have played the fairy and played the instant card draw to pump the fairy to maybe kill his fairy vandal. Okay, right. We've got 3 2-drops. We want blue mana. We're going to use Obscura Storefront to get an island. That's how this is going to work. So yeah, the best thing is just the selection of fixing we got for this deck, I think. 6 fixing lands is pretty good. That looked like a mulligan. Here's a nice card back there, bird. Right, so I'm going first. He's got 6 cards. I'm getting an island with Obscura Storefront. So the most aggressive play here is Riveteers Decoy. So let's go for that, see if he can answer it somehow. Oh, we've got fight rigging as well. We've got fight rigging and we've got potentially... We played 2 2-drops here. So, no, I'm confusing myself. I thought for a second I had Civic Gardener in play, and I do not. So, I'm going to swing in with this guy. See what happens. I was expecting him to have Fairy Vandal. He didn't. Probably, I could play Fight Rigging. He could have a counter spell though. So I'm going to play Brokers Hideout to get a Plains. And I'm going to go ahead and play the Civic Gardener now. Because I could Fight Rigging. Alright. Right. Fight rigging. No. So, held for ransom on this guy seems good. Right, I think we use Celestial Regulator later. Right. Yeah. Okay, hold for ransom, because we're going to get through the most damage with this play. We're going to untap our island. And we're not going to play Fight Rigging after combat. We're going to play Fairy Vandal at the end of his turn. Okay, he has something else. We'll play our Fairy Vandal. Okay, we've got Botanical Plaza. So, Riveteers Decoy has to be blocked, right? So, this is a good time to play Fight Rigging. Pump the Decoy, and he can trade with the Darling. I get 3 damage through. That seems smart. What do we want? I think we'll probably want another creature. We'll get Wingshield Agent under there. And we'll pump this to 4. We swing like that. Let's untap maybe a blue land. Pretty good. He has broken wings for the fight rigging. That's pretty impressive. Gotta respect that. Okay, second island, please. We can activate that and draw a card. Let's do it at instant speed, though. Let's swing in like this. Okay, let's pop this. Draw the card. Then we've got a creature with a token. Celebrity Fencer. Okay. Got 5 mana. I think we can. Yeah, we'll Regulator, tap down the Fencer. So this is what I call a Bant rollout here that I've had. Tap down the Fencer. Just relentless pressure. Now, he can equalise here by using Depopulate, so I'm not going to play Broker's Veteran here. I don't want to end up with egg on my face, and witness the turnaround of the ages. This is what people have been doing to me the last week. Every Bant deck seems to do this. He's going to draw 2. Does he have... He has a land. He's got 3 mana. He could tap down 2 creatures, but it wouldn't be enough. Okay, let's try swinging in. Should have a kill shot, I'm thinking. Yeah, kill shot. 4 damage. Boom. I suppose in the last game we saw the weakness of Hold for Ransom in the late game. They just casually spend 7 mana to get rid of it, and you draw a card, and they attack anyway. It doesn't slow them down. Well, we actually made it to 50-50. I wasn't sure if I thought I'd got to the really kind of nightmare difficulty part of the quick draft queue. I wouldn't get more than 1 win. But I suppose it helps playing Bant with a broken rare, like fight rigging. He actually blew up my fight rigging as well. He sort of almost deserves to win just based on that. Okay, hocus pocus. Let's be a diamond player. Oh, we've got the right land, that's good. Usually I have terrible opening hands against diamond players. We have a 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 4-drop removal. That seems good. Start with blue, and we're even going first. I'll see. It'll be interesting to see how this guy beats me. He's playing Riveteers. He might have Ziatora. Play the forest. Do we want a Fairy Vandal at the end of his turn? Yes, let's do that. Keep him guessing. Okay. So let's swing in. And we'll play our Disciplined Duelist. Now, what can he answer this for 3 mana in these colours? Because all I can think of is Deal Gone Bad for 4 mana. Takes him out. That's going to get a Torch Breath for 1 mana. That's impressive. My land. I will swing in. I will trade my shield for this Halo Scarab. Okay, he's going to let it through. And I'm going to play Dapper Shieldmate. Okay. This can get Death Touch. Okay, I'm going to play my land pre-combat. Swing in. Yep, you can trade him off for a shield token. That will not take out the shield token, however, because of the first strike. That's a good point. I misspoke earlier. So that's getting to be +4/+3. So I won't... It'll be 5 toughness and I won't be able to kill it. And I'll lose my shield token. Do I want to run him out of town? Yeah, I'm going to run him out of town, actually. If that's the best he's got. Do you want to put him on top of your library? No, on the bottom of the library. I don't know if that was a good idea, but he's got his forest there. He's potentially 1 turn away from his Zeotura. Okay, Vertigoon's solid hit. Because my other option that last turn, I could have gone Gardener, Wingshield Agent, which is pretty good. Okay, let's get another island. So this should be 8 damage. Now, is there... I'm just thinking... I'm just going to actually play out all these guys. I was just thinking, is there a big sweeper that gets through shield? Right. Dapper Shieldmate could get through. Civic Gardener could get through. Oh, shit. Yeah, did you see what I did there? I can't go back. I just gave Disciplined Duelist flying, because I thought I was untapping him. So I did just lose my Civic Gardener for nothing, so maybe I've just completely blown this game. It is suspicious, though, that I've got a card in my hand. It's going to trade off for the 2/2, it looks like. He's going to get a treasure. He's on 1 life. He's got 3 creatures to deal with. 2 of them have got shield. Big score. Okay, draw 2. He's got 5 mana available. Riveteers Initiate can block on the ground. Extra Initiate can block on the ground. Okay, good game. Got to be careful there with those triggers, so yeah, I wanted to give the Gardener flying, of course, so I could keep him on the battlefield. Alright, that's not bad, that's 4 wins. Let's keep going. Okay, it's just green and white. We do have 3 green spells. We have our green bomb, fight rigging. We have a spell we can't cast. I think we keep it. This is essentially a 6-card hand. And we top deck an island. It couldn't be better then. Right. I feel like Civic Gardener turn 2 is quite good. Okay, strong start. Let's play the island and Civic Gardener. So we could even do a couple of creatures. No blocks. Take that. Right, so we actually hit another 2-drop creature. So I think we'll go for both of the Socialites. Socialite. Attack with Gardener, untap something. No need to go straight for the fight rigging. Ooh, Pugnacious Pugilist, right. Good one, okay. We will take 5 in that case. Right. Fight rigging is pretty good. Broker's Veteran is pretty good as well. Fight rigging means my Civic Gardener can stay on the field and doesn't get traded off. So I'll do fight rigging. Oh, what do I want to grab? Oh, Spara's Adjudicators are always fun. Just remember to untap the island here. And it's seems a little bit silly to play the creature after combat when you've got Attended Socialites, but that's just how it has to be. And if he's going to keep blitzing out these things, we have a blocker if we want to stop some damage. That devil is pretty darn good value, so we can chomp block. Kill a 1 toughness creature, kill another 1 toughness creature potentially. Or kill a 2 toughness creature. The Archive sacrificing that, very nice. So you can take out a Socialite. You get a bunch of stuff like Initiates and Body Droppers. So that's pretty sweet. Oh wow, look at all that value he just got. Sickening amounts of value. You can play that this turn. So it's going body dropper. Okay, I think I just, play that land. He's got 1 green mana. Oh well, Attended, let's play this pre-combat to boost our Attended Socialite. Get the Attended Socialite to 3 toughness. That seems reasonable. And swing in with all of them. Let's untap the blue. So, I think what's scarier, body dropper or a death toucher? But yeah, I think I find body dropper scarier here. Witness, that's a good blocker. Mr. Orfeo. Okay. Right, it's good news. We've got a creature, so we're pumping up our Socialite. Three. We can pump her to 5/3, and we attack with Wingshield Agent and Socialite, and we get 5 damage through. Right? It's that simple. Nice. I am starting to believe in this deck. Of course, the other thing there, I could have put a token on the Rocks Pummeler and got to cast my Spara Adjudicator. Right, so this player is in silver at the moment, but do not be distracted by that. I've lost many games against bronze and silver players. It looks like we have a prime candidate for mulliganing. There's nothing in my opening hand I can play with 2 islands, and I've got to go first, so I'm not drawing an extra card. That's a better opening. Now, here's a controversial question. Do we put one of the islands back? Because we could keep Rooftop Nuisance. That's drawing us an extra card. I think, keep 6 and we'll put an island back. Fingers crossed we sort of draw into another land. Well, we can cast everything at the moment, but we're going to need 4 and 5 land eventually. Good start, Unlucky Witness, and we will the island and Riveteers Decoy. Which we can get to 4/2 with fight rigging if he survives. Let's see. Oh, sticky fingers, nice. Gets a treasure. Pretty solid turn. Yeah, that is a good one, gotta say. So I'm I do not know what to do here, but I know fight rigging's bad because obviously that still trades off with a Socialite. We've got Rooftop Nuisance to tap down the Socialite. We swing in for 3. We draw another card. We've got Hold for Ransom. We could do it on the Socialite or the Unlucky Witness, which is just going to gain him a treasure every single turn, which seems quite good. Right, so he might have a sacrifice card for Unlucky Witness, which makes him Hold for Ransom look pretty stupid. Okay, we'll try the Rooftop Nuisance plan. We'll let him do his treasure thing. Capenna Express comes out. Nice. Okay. That's pretty serious. I can get 2 blue with my hideout here. I could fight rigging, swing for 4. And I'm kind of winning the race a little bit. He can crew this with his 3 guys. We can't take that out with either of these. Capenna Express is quite scary, I'd have to say. Okay, I think maybe I can get away with this. I'm gonna search for the island. I'm gonna fight rigging. What do we want? Spara's Adjudicators is a good one. And we put a token on there and swing for 4. And he can swing back for 6, or he can make a treasure with this. Okay, in fact it's more damage than that. So he can get the treasure and do 6, which is pretty good going. By the way, 7 damage. Right, interesting. Spara's Adjudicators doesn't do much to stop the thinking of the Capenna Express here. What an interesting situation. The Capenna Express is terrifying. We can't, unless I stand back and try and block it. I could try and double block the thing. We could stop, we could Adjudicator, stop Unlucky Witness from blocking. Oh, that's a good point. We've got a kill here on Attended Socialite. We're just going to attack and kill it. Right? That's next, because we have to be blocked, and we're a 5/3. So I think that's quite a good move. Unless he's got an instant speed creature, then I'll feel very stupid. Okay. Now we could Adjudicators. See, we're going to get smacked with a Capenna Express. Yeah, because it does treasure stuff. Adjudicators puts more power on the board for me, personally, which is helpful. So we play that and stop Unlucky Witness from attacking, making treasure. He's still got a hit with this, with the treasure for 6. If I tap something down with Sleep with the Fishes, it can't crew. So that might be the idea with Socialite here. Okay, we'll block the Socialite, and I'll take 6. And we'll see if this is combat trick. Yeah. Oh, it's the one that makes treasures. Oh, sweet. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, so getting destroyed by Capenna Express here. It's just running me over. But we've got a shield creature. He's top decking now. We can kill Unlucky Witness, but he draws a card. So the problem is, if we play something like Sleep with the Fishes, he might top deck something to kill my fish. That's what I'm worried about. Let's go to combat. Let's get that to 6. Could be a terrible idea. Yeah, I think... yeah, I think attacking might just be a mistake here. So... okay, no attacks, no attacks. I think it's far too risky. Far too risky to attack. We can play Dapper Shieldmate. We'll put more power on the board. We've got two potential blockers. If he does top deck some removal. The only risk is... okay, his Unlucky Witness might be able to get through. So, what we do here, rather than kill the Capenna Express, I'm going to block with the Dapper Shieldmate. I'm going to take 1 damage here. Because when I get to 7 power, I get to get Spara's Adjudicators, which is pretty cool. 1 damage. Makes a treasure token. Has Goldhound as well. Oh, okay, he's got some nice stuff. Well, we do get back up 1 life point. Who'd have thought Capenna Express would destroy me? Okay, we're going to get the planes. We need the planes. Sleep with the Fishes is quite good. We can do 11 damage with our dudes. That's right, we can stop Goldhound. Well, we can just kill Goldhound with Riveteers Decoy and get through for 4, and then we've got kind of lethal next turn. That sort of makes sense to me. So let's go to combat. Let's put Riveteers Decoy. Gets to 7 power. Let's cast Spara's Adjudicators. Yeah. And we were just going to stop Unlucky Witness from attacking. We're just going to attack and he's going to lose the Goldhound. Get through for 4. I'm not sure. I was just thinking that through. I had too much removal for his creatures there. It sort of started to not make sense what I was doing. I need to play Sleep with the Fishes on something to get the fish token. And I had... it seemed wasteful to cast it on his Unlucky Witness, but I guess That's probably what I had to do there. Well, we got to 6 wins. That's pretty good. That was a pretty close game. I've not been beaten up as badly before by that train, the Capenna Express. That's quite scary. Right, so well, we do have mana fixing in the form of Spara's Adjudicators. That could get me white mana. I should use this to get green mana on turn 1. Then we've got a 2-drop. We've got potentially a 4-drop removal card. It's not the best one. We are drawing an extra card. I've never had 7 wins yet in new Capenna draft. That's a nice one. We'll go for the forest here. Well, we could go for the plains, because we're quite likely to draw a forest. Very unlikely to draw the plains. And that could give us a good 3-drop. Okay, oh, he might be holding up a bit of counter magic here, we'll see. Little chat, actually. Bit of card draw. That's interesting. One goes on the bottom. We don't get to see what it is, though. He doesn't have to reveal the cards. Oh, that's a good start. Inspiring Overseer. They're already a flyer we kind of have to deal with. I think we play Wingshield Agent here. Swing in with a veteran. Unlikely he trades off. Yeah. Do we have to use Sleep with the Fishes on this? It's got another flyer. That's ridiculous. Okay, we can find green mana. Right. Yeah, so we're just swinging in with these 2. Be surprised if he trades off here. Be flabbergasted. Playing on the Brokers Veteran, and we're in a race. He's got black mana, so it's Obscura. Interesting. Extract the Truth. Oh, that's a good one. You can get my Disciplined Duelist here, or Sleep with the Fishes. So it's like protecting his flyers from my removal. That's what I'd get. I'd get Sleep with the Fishes here. Yeah. And he's got a backup agent to pump his flyers up. That's what I've noticed. Very popular card for pumping up flyers. 5 damage. Okay, Rooftop Nuisance. We could sacrifice a Broker's Veteran and tap these 2 down. That seems quite good. I would draw a card. I might draw into another land. We could also play Disciplined Duelist to rack up a bit more damage on the ground first. But he might untap and have counter magic. Okay, I'm going to go for this one. Target a creature. Submit. Okay, let's target the Brokers Veteran. Of course, I drew 2 cards off that. We still didn't get land number 5, but such is the way of things. So the problem with witness protection, well, it does take flying off these guys. Actually, that's pretty huge. It's not very good at getting rid of counters. It's sort of the Overseer will still be a 2/2 creature. He won't be able to pump the Paragon anymore, though. Oh, Rego. It's very interesting. Well, we top deck to land is a tap land, of course, so we'll do that. I'm thinking we could just... He knows I've got the Duelist here, so Duelist plus Witness Protection on the Paragon might be good. Then he can draw a card when he attacks with a 1/1 Paragon. That is one problem. So it might be nice to actually do this on the Overseer. That's quite funny, yeah. Okay, I think I want to just attack with these 2. Four damage through. So, Disciplined Duelist. And yeah, Witness Protection on this, so when he attacks, he doesn't draw a card. I mean, the Paragon's scary because he can pump it up to 4/4 this turn. But drawing cards is also very scary. Hold for Ransom, that's a good one. Now you could have counter magic here. Do we just play Spara's Adjudicators and hope for the best? Yes. He knows I've got it in hand. If he's holding up counter magic, that's what he wants to counter. Okay, so I guess we've got no defense against the flyer. So let's stop that attacking and blocking. Let's attack with these. Seems reasonable. And Broker's Veteran can fly. Oh, there's the right Metamorphosis. Yeah, this is the card that's been messing me up. So he gets to kill something. And he can pump that up, sure. We could take the shield off the Duelist, because that is an obnoxious card. But he's not going to do that. Or maybe he is. Okay, interesting choice. The shield is gone from the Duelist. I'm thinking hold for Ransom now on the Paragon. Seems good. Oh, or even Celestial Regulator. That keeps the pressure up, doesn't it? We'll try that. Tap down the Paragon. Do we swing in with everything here? Yeah, maybe I'll give my Disciplined Duelist flying because he's a bit vulnerable now. I mean, he could have another one of these, of course, and then he can kill it. So that's getting the kill shot. Okay. Fair enough. I think he's going to pump that a bit more. Double block there. Let's kill Rego. And yeah, we could have held somebody for ransom there. But yeah, we'll hold that back. Okay, if we hold for ransom, it feels bad to hold that guy for ransom, so I'm just going to attack with everything. He has an Evelyn of all things. Okay. Yeah, because you don't need red mana. It's black and blue is well, it's fine. Oh, you got my fight rigging. Damn it. Okay. And he's got Deal Gone Bad to kill a Regulator. What do I follow up with here? I'm thinking just play a Dapper Shieldmate. Or hold for ransom on the Paragon and Fairy Vandal at end of his turn. Because it's looking like he's going down to 1 life. And oh yeah, no, that only draw your second card each turn. I was thinking it'd be quite smart if he paid the ransom and I could get a token off it, but I don't think that can happen. Still, this is quite a tense moment in the game. Am I finally going to get to 7 wins, or has he got too many tricks here to try and equalise the game? Because if he has to tap 7 mana to get rid of hold for ransom, I feel like he can't be doing well. So, okay. 2 damages through. Down to 1. I'm going to hold for ransom on your Paragon and end the turn. Fight rigging, yeah. Go for it. He can't quite get this to 7 power, unfortunately. So he's not going to have enough to get rid of the ransom. That is funny seeing. It is quite funny seeing Evelyn manage to steal my fight rigging. I'm a great advocate of Evelyn the Covetous. Alright, yeah. Play the Fairy Vandal. He's got 1 card left and 4 mana. Can he stop both flyers? Seems unlikely, but... Oh, he's got Deal Gone Bad. Yeah. One flyer down. Oh, we just drew Spara's Adjudicators. I think I made it to 7 wins, you know. Can't believe it. This is after going 0-3, 1-3. I just thought, that's it, I'm finished. This elo is just beyond my drafting skills. Oh, got a Thran Portal. That's the second one we've got. Not a land I'm super excited about when it's in my opening hand, but it kind of makes the mana fixing a lot easier when you have one or two of those. Well, I can't leave it really. I got to 7 wins in Platinum. I didn't know if it was possible for me with my rather limited drafted skills in both senses of the word. So I guess this is a 7-win deck. We had 1 broken rare. We had the fight rigging that we opened. We had some really good uncommons. We had 2 Disciplined Duelist. We also had, let's see, Sleep with the Fishes is an uncommon. Wingshield Agent as well is quite good. Riveteers Decoy is a good uncommon. Fairy Vandal's quite good. But we also had some good rares. It turns out you can get away with running 3 Spara's Adjudicators. That definitely works. That's a bit of extra mana fixing. I did focus on the mana fixing. I took at least a couple of lands out of pack 1. I knew I was going Bant fairly early on. I think, yeah, pick 2 was Disciplined Duelist, so that's when I knew I was going Bant. We had Obscura Storefront, but that's fine because our 2... Oh, actually, yeah, that does Plains and Island. It doesn't do Forest. But so... right. That's that. Yeah, I for some reason I thought that was Island or Forest. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, 6 fixing lands is a healthy number. I think maybe in the entire run, I think maybe I only did 1 mulligan, and I think that's huge. So I didn't have to. I mean, yesterday I thought, oh, I'm losing to all of these combat tricks. Maybe combat tricks are the answer in Platinum, but no, I think picking a few more lands helped. Yes, you could sort of say, oh, it's just down to fight rigging. You had a broken rare. I think it won a couple of games for me. I think having 3 Spara's Adjudicators helps quite a lot. I think I had all 3 in game 1. And that was the game I still lost. I played all 3 of them, I still lost. And I thought, oh, it's not going to be another 0-3. But yeah, that was a blip, I guess. What are the other good commons in the deck? Maybe Run Out of Town is quite good. It's a 4 mana removal. Celestial Regulator is fantastic. That's an incredibly good common. Rooftop Nuisance is not bad at all. So that helped me win the race in that last game. Just by tapping down both his guys, I sacrificed a Broker's Veteran to copy it. And what you forget is it's a cantrip. So I sacrificing that guy let me draw 2 cards, as well as tapping down his 2 guys. So that was a huge swing in my favour. So this is definitely a good one. If you've got things you can sacrifice. So it was lucky that's one thing that's a bit iffy about the deck. We don't have enough things to sacrifice to Rooftop Nuisance, but it worked out that time. Yeah, Civic Gardener is alright. Sometimes he's fantastic on turn 2. when he can swing in on turn 3, you've played a creature pre-combat, a 2-drop pre-combat, then you can play another 2-drop post-combat. Suddenly, turn 3, you've got 3 2-drops in play. That's quite a lot of pressure. I managed that, I think, once. So yeah, he's pretty cool. Attended Socialite, yeah, solid. Just an okay drop that can pressure the board. Brokers Veteran, yeah, has a really good death trigger. Hold for Ransom. It's been a while since I've used Hold for Ransom. I think maybe it's not come up very much, but you do worry it's going to be a bit. It could be a bit useless in the late game, and it was one of my losses where we got to the late game and I think I drew both my Hold for Ransoms, and it didn't slow him down at all because he had about 10 mana. And it was just a case of trying to stop his 2 small flyers. So this was kind of useless there, but at least you draw an extra card. There's that compensation. I think Witness Protection is a really good removal spell as well. We took out a flyer with this in the last game. Yeah. Rox Pummeler is a common. I would not recommend you play many of these. 1 or 0. I did once play again. I was watching an old replay against a Riveteers deck, and he played basically turn 6, 7, and 8 was. It may have been turn 6, 7, 8, and 9. I think turn 6 was Ziatora, turn 7 was Rox Pummeler, turn 8 was Rox Pummeler, turn 9 was Rox Pummeler. It was kind of insane. He definitely played Ziatora and 3 Rox Pummelers, and I did not win that game. I was doing quite well until about turn 6. So maybe there is a secret strategy of playing lots of Rox Pummelers and getting to 6 mana as quickly as possible, consistently as possible, and then just completely overrunning your opponent. But 3 Spara's Adjudicators, I think, probably do a bit more than the Rox Pummelers. They help you in more situations. If you're about to get killed by a creature, you can stop it attacking for a turn. And you've got a 4/4 body on the board, so yeah. What did we leave out? We did leave out a Rox Pummeler, talking of him, and Sewer Crocodile. The reason I kept the Pummeler, basically because of fight rigging, you want to hit 7 power, so this is a very easy way of hitting 7 power if you play a Rox Pummeler. Sewer Crocodile's nice because he can be unblockable, so sometimes this is just the difference maker. You just, alright, we're completely clogged up on the board. I've got an unblockable creature that's going to do 4 damage every turn. I didn't play the card draw card. This is the one I was agonizing over because I do have Fairy Vandal. So this is potentially a way of pumping up your Fairy Vandal in your opponent's turn because it's drawing 2 cards at instant speed. What I was relying on was, well, I've got the draw a card on Rooftop Nuisance, which is sorcery speed. And I've got the card draw lands, which are quite mana intensive. It's basically tapping 5 lands to get a card off each of those. But I decided to play Run Out of Town instead of Case the Joint, which maybe, I don't know if that's the right choice. I did have a Dapper Shieldmate, but as well, but I think just playing 1 is fine. And we could have splashed black to play Void Rend, but yeah, I think that was the correct decision, leaving that out. Okay, yeah, that was the deck, and that's the mana curve. So usually they recommend 7 2-drops. I seem to go for 9 2-drops quite often. I do like my 2-drops. It's getting some board presence on turn 2 is definitely to be recommended. Most of them are creatures, so 2 of them will hold for Ransom, but we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2-drop creatures. I find that helps quite a lot, especially when you've got either, in this case, we've got fight rigging to pump your creature on the turn 3, especially if you've managed to get Broker's Ascendancy. You want to have a lot of 2-drops, I would say. Yeah, I think that is a decent breakdown of the deck. There we go. I think I've added this to decks. We'll add it again, and we get 2 packs, which is very nice. But I literally thought I'm only going to go up about 200 gems in the last 3 drafts, because I'm not going to get any wins, or I'll get 1 win in the next 3 drafts. So that was a pleasant surprise. Anyway, I think that is a video. Thanks for watching.